Alcoholic beverages. There are different kinds of alcoholic beverages that are classified. In fact, the main groups are 8, which I have talked about in another video. But today I'll be talking about spirits. And then under the spirits, we have different types. I'm going to talk about the 5 types, major types of spirits. And just to mention, what is a spirit under the alcoholic beverages? It is a distillate of fermented liquor. And what distinguishes these spirits from one type to another mainly will be the ingredients used. The ingredients used in the fermentation and the distillation of that particular spirit. For those who haven't met me before, my name is Anesia Mwaniki. I'm a lawyer by profession, but on this channel, I talk about social etiquette. And this topic on alcoholic beverages is one in a series on the topic of meals and table etiquette. And then also, before I get into distinguishing these different types of beverages, let me just mention to remember that drinks are supposed to be savored. Yeah? They're supposed to be enjoyed. That's why they are usually served in small amounts, and specifically spirits, because they are very high in alcoholic content. Yeah, we don't drink just to get drunk. Yeah, I'm sorry to use the words, but anybody who drinks just to get drunk, don't get surprised if people call you uncivilized or uncultured. Yeah, don't drink spirits, for example, the way you drink water, or the way even you drink a beer. A spirit is not taken in a whole bottle, That's why they are served in very small amounts so that they are savored slowly, yeah, and enjoyed. Because any drink really, or any drinking that makes you lose your sense of reason, by getting intoxicated, it's not good. It's not something to admire by any standards, whether you are young or old or whatever, it is not, yeah. And you can lie to yourself whichever way, but drinking to get drunk is really not it, yeah. Even traditionally, we know that beer or alcoholic drinks were taken in small amounts for celebrations, for enjoyment, not just to get drunk. So, what are these 5 types of spirits? Just to mention from the onset that what distinguishes them is basically the ingredients used, yeah, in the fermentation and in the distillation. And usually their spirits are usually clear drinks which are served as aperitifs, meaning that they are served before meals or in between meals. So the first of these is what we call brandy, yeah. Brandy is made from grapes, and it's one of those spirits that can be aged. That's why we hear about drinks that have been there for 20, 30, 40 years. Yeah, it's one of those are the brandies that can be aged for a long time. And then how are they served usually? They're usually served neat or in a cocktail. Neat meaning that on its own, without mixing it with anything, and usually in a small glass. And then in a cocktail, meaning that it is mixed with other drinks. Then number 2 is whiskey. Whiskey is made from a mash of different cereals. They can be, for example, maize. It can be barley. It can be rye. And usually served neat in a cocktail or as a long drink. Drink meaning that you mix it, for example, with a soft drink. And then you'll hear about different names of whiskeys depending on where which country produces them, like the Scotch whiskey, the Canadian, and so on and so forth, the American whiskey, and so on and so forth. And then number 3 is what we call rum. Rum is made from sugarcane, either sugarcane juice or the molasses, and also, like I say, ordinarily to be a clear drink, served neat in a cocktail or as a long drink. In another video, I've explained some of this basic terminology in reference to alcoholic drinks and how they're served. Yeah, like the words neat, long drink, cocktails, on the rocks, and so on and so forth. Yeah. And then number 4, vodka. Vodka is a spirit that is also made from grains, different kinds of grains like wheat, rye, barley, maize, and usually served in as a mixed drink also. Yeah. And then otherwise it can be served chilled if it's served neat. Yeah. Number 5, gin, what we call gin. Gin is also made from grains and made usually from malted barley, or it can be maize, or it can be also rye. Yeah. As you'll notice, by the way, whiskey, vodka, and gin are very similar in the sense that they are made from grains, while brandy is from grapes, and rum is from sugarcane. Of course, there are other spirits also. For example, one of the popular ones is tequila. Yeah, tequila is produced in Mexico. In fact, they have a monopoly. It cannot be produced in any other countries. And it's specifically made from a tree called agave. Yeah, the agave tree from Mexico. Then there would be others that are made from potatoes, from different vegetables. So you've heard of drinks like, I don't know, grappa, and so on and so on. I won't of course enumerate all of them. Yeah. So just like for our general knowledge, to know that spirits are supposed to be served as aperitif and served in small quantity usually, and then savored, as it were, taken slowly and savored and enjoyed. Yeah. So while you have a drink, enjoy yourself and take it responsibly. Don't get intoxicated. Don't miss the series. I'm continuing with this series on meals and table etiquette, and certainly there's a lot that we can talk about when it comes to talking about drinks, because there are many classifications, as I mentioned, and I already have another video or other videos where I have talked about the different classifications of these drinks, and I'm going to go through each of those, trying to analyze them little by little. See you in the next one. Bye.